The dragon's perched on that structure. Should we find a way up? Now that I've spent time in Asgard, it's strange to imagine Magni and Modi there. Sif raised them both, right? She seems like a good mom. Maybe a little overprotective.
A good mother? Not the Sif I knew. In a culture as debaucherous as the Aesir, being a paragon of womanhood meant being a fierce fighter and a fiercer drinker. She and Thor seldom knew a moment's sobriety, whether brutally dealing with their enemies or, just as brutally, raising those boys.
What do you mean?
Oh, little brother. I know you didn't have an easy childhood, but you can't fathom how much worse it can get. Imagine learning discipline by having thrashed into you time and again. That was Thor's approach, the same one Odin used on him. And we'll just stop there. Never mind that. Time to fight. Behind you! Help up!
Wait.
What is it you want?
Are you a father?
Yes.
Then you must understand. My son, this toy, it was for him. But now he is gone. That day, so much chaos and death. I was panicked, looking for my son. Please, help reunite me with my son in Folkvanger.
We're gonna help him, right?
What is the last thing you saw, Spirit?
Statues. 2 of them. Dragons facing away from each other. Separated like my son. This toy, it will bring me back to him.
His story is like many in this valley. Separated from someone they love by death.
We gotta get him back to his son.
Agreed.
You do? Huh? I assumed you'd say something like, reuniting the dead is pointless.
Not this time.
Alka!
If we keep going this way, I believe we'll reach that air dragon's lair.
Yes.
Just making sure you know where you're going.
Thank you.
I have to get past those vines somehow.
Alka!
The way is clear.
Watch the ogre!
Ogre! We can't get through with that bastard trying to bludgeon us!
Then we must get closer.
Watch out!
Ah, a hunter lives here.
A careless one.
How's that?
We found its home.
Think this is where the untamed fury lays her head. Maybe we should wait here. Ambush her.
She will not return while we remain. She is too smart.
Amir, you can yell at me, if you want. You're leaving.
What would that accomplish?
Might make you feel better.
No. You didn't trust me enough to talk through your worries. That's a wound not easily mended.
I'm sorry.
You needn't be. The fault is mine.
Behind you! Incoming!
Lad, am I right in getting the sense you've actually gotten to know Thor's daughter somewhat?
Yeah, it was great. Wants to be a Valkyrie one day. And she deserves to be. Of course, I told her all about the Valkyries we faced, but I'm not sure how much she believes me. It didn't go great when I tried to tell her stories about her grandfather, though.
Anyone can have a blind spot when it comes to family. Some only learn the truth in the hardest way.
It's calling more wind!
Watch it!
Another crystal for the pond. You've got a few crystals. Why not pay the pool a visit? So, brothers, how did you manage to kill Garm anyway?
We killed him a few times, actually, but it didn't take. And I figured maybe the way to stop a soulless beast was to give it a soul. So I gave it the one I had on me.
I beg your pardon?
Fenrir. Remember the light Father saw? The accidental magic I did when Fenrir died? That was part of Fenrir's soul going into my knife. Once I figured that out, I just put Fenrir into Garm.
Clever one, lad! A gigantic hell beast with the soul of a loyal pup. Bloody brilliant!
Go much further, we'll be right on top of the ogre. Better be sure we're ready.
We fight!
Yeah! I got that! Yeah! Stay quiet! Behind you! Incoming! He's done, Father! Faster!
That was ours, you opportunistic sod.
It went back to its perch. Let's go after it.
You can be with your son now.
Thank you. I can't wait to see his face again. I'll give him this gift and tell him about the brave people who helped me.
Now you can help us. What did you see that day?
I was at the mead hall. Thor was there. He had a strange drinking companion. Some sort of creature, the likes of which I'd never seen. It had this barrel of mead that seemed to never go empty.
What were they doing?
Getting blind drunk from the looks of it. They were passing drinks around, reveling. Everyone had a tipple too many. But Thor, he was by far the drunkest of any man there that day.
Mimir, what do you make of this?
Thor has always loved a strong drink with questionable company. But I've never heard any word of his creature companion. This isn't a lot to go on, I'm afraid.
Well, we know one thing. Thor was totally drunk when the valley was destroyed.
There's still much we do not know, and whether your mother was involved remains unclear.
Mimir, did you know Garm? Why was he locked up to begin with?
Ah, Hell's Feral Sentinel. Well, believe it or not, Midgard was once bigger. Until Gar, then just a wee pup, got peckish.
He ate Midgard?
Only a few mountain ranges. And the 5th season that comes after winter but before spring. And the word for the feeling when you get so hungry, you stop being hungry.
You're messing with me.
I would never. Lovely. Now you can open that gate without that ogre hurling detritus at us.
Hey, guys. What if I let my hair grow out?
You want advice on that? From us?
I guess not. So, Mimir, how did they capture Garm in the first place?
That was Tyr's doing. He lured the beast somewhere safe and kept it distracted by lending his own arm to be gently chewed. Once the chains were on and the gate to Helheim was opened, Garm bit Tyr's arm clean off in retribution.
But Tyr's not missing an arm.
Well, it grew back, eventually. He is a very resourceful god, after all.
Namir, can we get back to what you were saying about Magni and Modi's childhood? Or beat them up a lot?
Aye. Poisonous notion of manhood passed down through generations. A grim inheritance, leaving all of them the poorer.
Well, Sif doesn't drink anymore. Neither of them do.
I am quietly flabbergasted to hear it. Know what? We'll finish this later. I felt that one, brother.
Right side! Farther!
Behind you, brother! Behind you, brother!
Last one!
We're back at the plains. Looks a lot nicer with the water flowing again. Mimir, if I met someone I liked, how would I know if they, liked me too?
Is there someone?
No. I was just curious. Actually, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Dead end. Where to now? So, lad, is through who you meant when you asked about liking?
Through? No. I mean, I wasn't asking about anyone specific. And, well, Skilder likes Through. But she's only interested in becoming a Valkyrie. She's focused, you know?
Oh, very well, lad. Very well. Just hope you know if you ever need to review anything we've discussed.
I know. It's good. I'm fine.
Pass open. That dragon is shaking in its scaly boots, I suspect.
Once we approach the dragon, we will kill or be killed. Understood?
Yes, Father. Come on!
Cross my neck stump! Incoming behind you, brother!
coming!
It is done.
I'll say. That ogre's not getting up anytime soon either.
I can hear the animals. They're relieved. Maybe they'll come out of hiding.
Mimir, what else do you know of the mask?
Only that it was the great passion of Odin's life. He journeyed across Aegir's burning ocean into the heart of the silent matron herself to find it. Lost every man in his crew, but to hear him tell it... It was worth all that blood and more. Lad, I'm still reeling from what you said earlier about Thor and Sif having quit drinking.
I get the sense it's more recent for him, but I know he loves his daughter.
I expect that's the explanation.
No more for now. Focus.
Unless my eyes deceive me, that seems to be the Stag of Summer.
Is it hot, or is it just my sizzling personality? Nah, it's you, Stag. Can we go already? That's all of them. Congratulations. You saved the 9 realms from death by overgrowth. And you sort of saved my ass, too. Though it was really Benedict's fault.
That was not our aim.
I'll take what I can get.
A job well done. Might as well check in with Ratatoskr when we've got the time. So this is where those tracks led.
Drake fed here.
The creatures here aren't that big. Drake must have been constantly eating to survive out here.
Some sort of cage.
So it would seem.
Another painful growth removed from these lands, eh?
City of possibility.
Mimir, Odin's mask. How did he hear about it in the first place?
He said a voice spoke to him one night, entreated him to collect the mask and control his own fate. I still think it's all a bunch of bollocks. Odin got drunk, convinced himself a wooden mask would solve all his problems, and pranced about the realms until he found a sufficiently mysterious bauble to fit the bill. Mask probably doesn't do anything at all.
Yeah, probably.
Lad, I've been trying to envision how Thor and Sif came to be such better parents to Thrud than they were to Magni and Modi. Here's how I imagine it. Sif goes straight in hopes that raising a good daughter will redeem their past failures. Thor struggles. Maybe she gives him an ultimatum after some breaking point or other.
Like what he did to Modi, that night he found us.
Oh, that's a deft guess, lad. And if that ultimatum worked, well, good for them. Truly.
Oh, guess what? While Odin was giving me a tour, his ravens took us to Svartalfheim, and I saw Durlin again. He was actually trying to do his job. We pretended not to recognize each other. At least I think he was pretending. Point is, it looked like Odin didn't know anything about Durlin helping us find Tyr.
Triss, I saw Durlin again too. After we forged the spear, Odin appeared. He had Durlin with him, threatening him, as if he knew I would know him.
But if Odin knew all along, then while we were pretending not to know each other, he was pretending not to see through us. Man, he really is a good liar. Another Mulan! To the left! Wait, bring this back. My God, great. It worked. Ugh.
Let us return to the dragon's den.
Mimir, when I was in Asgard, I saw Odin do something to some new Einherjar. They seemed kind of mindless until he cast a spell that restored their identity.
Aye, that was his habit, even when they were confined to Valhalla. I think letting them remember themselves was another small way of cheating death any way he could. So I wouldn't be surprised if with that small gift of autonomy, he also embeds an undying personal loyalty to himself. How about dessert?
Do not.
At least it didn't die hungry, I guess. So, Father's new spear, it's made out of a ring?
Drop me your eye. Forged by the Huldra brothers as a gift for Odin.
How's it work?
Every so often, the Dropnir drips out identical copies of itself. The Huldras presumably figured that if one golden ring was a good gift, an infinite number of them would earn them a permanent place in Odin's heart.
But it didn't.
Not even a little.
Mimir, not sure how to ask this. There's stories Odin told me, like how he lost his eye, where the details are different from stories you've told me. And I trust you, of course, but they don't seem like things he'd have a reason to lie about either.
One thing to remember about liars, lad. They lie. They do it on principle. No issue too big or too small. They lie about anything they can get away with and some things that they can't, just to demonstrate their power over reality. You must always bear that in mind. How's the shield holding up, lad?
It's good. I always knew Sindri was a great blacksmith, but this magical shield, it just feels natural.
The shield is well made, but it is you who wields it with skill.
Thanks. Smell that? Near a feeding ground.
We'll be out hunting. We will return at night.
That crystal could use a dip in the pond, don't you think?
Behind you! Look out!
Stay alert. Zeta are close.
Clouds drop their dark magic. Watch out!
Behind you, brother! Lads, join up! Behind you, brother!
Here it comes! Say this. Makes me feel more at ease as they're dying. Kinda creepy.
Good thing you learned the runes, brother. Chariots attack!
Seda, be ready.
Aye. It's high time we banish them from this valley.
Not getting through here while the sun's out.
Found something else for the cleansing pond, eh?
Great. Now we can move the sun and moon.
Lucky me! You got just what I need to upgrade that spear of ours.
Love.
What now?
The riddle. What gets bigger the more you take away? Love.
What kind of chub-buffling relationships you been in, Amir? That don't make any sense.
Agreed.
Oh, I won't be lectured on the nature of romance by the two of you duffers. Yeah, it's bigger the more you take away it. Oh.
Now that is an axe. Far be it for me to improve on the lady's work, but, hope you're feeling violent. keep your bits in all the right places.
A good fit.
Damn! Am I good or what?
A good fit.
That'll keep your bits in all the right places. Damn! Am I good or what? You won't get so much as a paper cut in that. That'll put some hurt on them.
It's gonna explode!
Behind you! Look out!
Malcolm!
Watch your right!
What do you want, Spirit?
The scroll. There was a message I must deliver. The Aesir and Thor. I must remember. The message must be delivered. It was important. My commander is waiting on my word.
He's been waiting a while then.
Tell us, what is the last thing you remember?
I was seeing red. With anger. At the Aesir. And there were these red trees. Please, help me regain my memory. Then I can tell you what I know of that day.
Thor was looking for a fight with the Vanir military.
Were the Vanir fighting the Aesir in this valley?
Aye. A battle the Vanir would eventually lose.
But what does the frozen lightning have to do with this conflict?
There's only one way to find out, brother. We keep looking.
Behind you! Watch out! One more to go!
That's the last of the Seder, I believe.
Good. Maybe they'll be at peace now.
If there are more, we will be ready.
Anything illuminating?
Hey, Mimir, have you ever noticed Thor talk to his hammer?
Oh! Still doing that, is he?
Yeah. Is he, like, charming the steel or casting a spell or something?
No. Just a weird quote.
I have returned your scroll, Spirit.
And I am whole again. Now I can deliver my message.
Your commander is long dead.
Of course. Odin sent Thor to take control of the valley. But I suppose it's too late now.
Don't worry. We're handling the Aesir.
Now, tell us what you know of that day.
Yes, I remember now. On the day the valley was destroyed, Thor was swinging his hammer wildly through town. Everyone was terrified. Then a fair-haired warrior stepped in his path and a fight began. She was a brave woman.
This fair-haired warrior must have been Faye, brother.
Yeah. Mom stood up to Thor.
I'm not sure if Faye had brain. or bravado. Not many live to tell the tale of a fight with Thor.
Faye never spoke of fighting him.
Everyone has secrets.
We do not know for certain this was Faye.
Aye. There is only one way to find out, brother. Careful, brother. We go down there and we're asking for a fight. That Drekkie won't take kindly to us just passing through.
Ready.
We fought Valkyrie. How bad could another Drekkie be? You know, I really miss the nice dragons from Midgard.
I live to drink another day. Well, in Folkvanger at least. Now I can meet my friend and make amends.
You owe us a story first.
A battle. Unlike anything I've ever seen. I remember a great clash of metal in the sunlight. Thor, he wielded his hammer. But it was matched by a remarkable axe.
This axe? Did it belong to a fair-haired warrior?
Yes! That's the one! She brandished that axe with exacting precision, strength. Never has there been a weapon to match Mjolnir. But with that axe, and that warrior, Thor was in for the fight of his life.
It was Faye who fought Thor in this valley.
It was more than just a fight. It sounds like Mom was beating Thor.
Yeah. Seems there is much I never knew about her. And now she is gone.
Maybe. But her story here isn't finished. Another gift for the pond. We're overdue for a visit to the cleansing pool, aren't we, brother?
Stay alert.
Aye, some rocks are not like the others.
Steel yourselves.
The ancient sun! Now's your chance! The ancient sun! Now's your chance!
It is over.
Maybe now life in this valley can flourish again.
I'm sure Andvari would be happy we killed another one at least.
And Vari, the dwarf who put his soul into a ring.
That's right. He created the Soul Eaters. Whatever happened to the annoying bugger anyway?
I lent him to Sindri and he said he lost.
Haha. Lost him. Brother, I've been meaning to ask. Your homeland. I'd heard the gods there wielded every flavor of power you could imagine. Lightning, fire, the whole lot.
As did I, for many years.
Oh. Any chance you could recall some of that magic?
No, I have tried.
Freya said magic is bound to the earth. When your homeland died, your powers probably went with it.
Well, probably for the best. Let the past stay in the past and all that.
Father, can we build a lyre together?
The instrument. Why?
We hunt, we train. Those are the only two things you do to distract yourself.
They are not distractions.
Oh, of course not.
I just thought it'd be nice to learn some music. You could teach me, and... No, it's stupid. Never mind.
Good find. Might justify a quick visit to the cleansing pool. There. That's got to be the last drop of nasty hit. All right, brother.
You're on fire! But you probably already know that. It's fast!
There we are. No more Drogadens, no more Hertha. One less thing to worry about.
You worry?
Oh, never while you're around, old warrior of rippling muscle. Did I ever tell the two of you how I made a small fortune in Asgard? Once, Balder arranged for every archer in the city to open fire on him. We took bets on how many arrows could be lodged in his body until the sheer weight of them made him fall down. Ha!
That's awful.
Oh, no. He was laughing the whole time. And mine was the closest guess. 446 arrows exactly.
It's horrible. You better not tell that story in front of Freya.
Yes, lad. Because I've suddenly taken leave of my senses.
Just saying. Wait, what's that wisp doing to the gazelle?
We will stop.
Alka. Something inside of it. Feeling angry and trapped. Look, the plate. It's lit up, kinda.
Ah. 2 lit springs, 2 lit runes. might be connected.
Look, another wisp. Eating that wildebeest. Doesn't look like we can kill it. Maybe we can burn it instead. You scared it off. It's going back home to its spring. Oh, it was scared. And in pain.
Not anymore.
Aye. Better that it had some relief in its final moments.
Anyway, we should look around. See if any other wisps have gotten loose. Look, another rune's lit up on the plate. That's because that wisp is back in its spring. What's that? You're welcome. He was nice. So the plate
Why
keeps
trap the
wisp.
wisps?
I can hear them yelling. They say they want to be whole. Guess these springs are a way of keeping them separate. Look, another wisp. Feeding on that ibex. Do you need any healing? Okay, if you're sure. That's all the wisps contained. Should we check out that weird plate again? Great. The runes are all lit. The wisps are back in their springs, and the plate's keeping them imprisoned. We did it.
About that.
They must have combined. You gotta take it down, Father. Try hitting it when it glows.
Leave yourself an opening. Don't waste it. Brother, the springs! Hurry! Attack!
Marines! Now's our chance! We stunned it!
Need to take out those springs, brother!
Well, that's the Wisp taken care of. But I don't understand how they escaped and formed that thing.
Chains only hold for so long. Eventually, those who wear them will break free, one way or another.
You can say that again, brother. back for more.
Game tour?
On your right!
Keep dir off, Sid.
Left, right!
Time to move!
Must do it.
Again?
A tactical retreat. Wise.
I think I know who this huntress is, brother. The Aesir called her the Untamed Fury.
Why'd they call her that?
Vanir refugees, families, hid in this jungle to escape the Aesir. Einhir Yar searched, but it was the Untamed Fury who found them, picking them off night after night, until they were all dead.
They chose the wrong jungle, and her retreat is strategic.
Time to move!
You got Bifrosted! Is Bifrosted a word? Hey, Mimir.
Yes, lad?
You talk kind of funny.
Oh, how dare you, laddie? Oh, brother.
What?
I've got an itch on my nose.
You do not.
I know, it's only in my head. But still, can you give me a scratch?
No. It would only itch more later.
Ah, you're right. Bloody undeath. Another crystal for the pond.
Another carving. The last ingredient we need.
The meeting of Yari and Soma.
Ah, right. So the two agreed traveling together might be beneficial.
Way less lonely.
Aye. Their bond with each other grew quickly, and the meals they shared became legendary. It was said that to dine with them could sustain you for weeks.
That was the last of the ingredients.
Can we take them back to the cauldron in Midgard?
A vengeful berserker gravestone.
I felt that one,
His kingdom, Lara. You once lived there.
Before I shacked up with the Aesir, aye. Another of my spectacular failures.
In capturing these spirits, you seek redemption.
I just want to send these bloody monsters to hell where they belong. Wouldn't exactly call it redemption, but I know I'll feel better once it's over.
Atreus?
I'm fine, Father.
If the sickness is returning,
Swallow the fly. Hey, a flower. If I had to guess, Starblush. Looks like we can land over there on that beach. Up there! Back!
We will find a way up.
Glad we're sending those ravens back to Niflheim.
Another painful growth removed from these lands, eh?
This way.
Behind you! Watch out!
Push forward.
Rocket on the left! forward. Now what? You're on fire, Kratos. It will pass. Impressive!
Last enemy.
Here is your hourglass.
Thank you. Now I can leave for Volkvanger.
A question first, brother. You wanted to make this valley your home. What stopped you?
I remember this valley. It was on the brink of devastation when I found it.
Was it a crater like you see now?
No, but the town was in shambles. Shattered glass, broken buildings. There was no hope to be made here.
Did you see what caused the destruction?
A battle. Thor and this woman with red hair. They tore through the town. The rage between them was terrifying.
Thor was enraged. I'm not surprised.
No, the warrior. She was furious and fought like it. Thor was drunk, sloppy, but she was drunk on something else. Rage. It was out of control. I saw her fury with every swing of her axe. That battle destroyed this land.
These stories. I have known Faye's anger, but never to this extent.
We hide the parts we're ashamed of, brother.
Mom must have hated Thor for what he did to the giants. Maybe that's why she did what she did.
She took part in the destruction of this valley. That would take a rage I thought her incapable of.
Perhaps you and Faye had more in common than you thought.
We both had secrets. But that kind of anger... I never saw Faye in that light.
Even the brightest among us carry darkness, brother.
What if you tried using some of your other gear? Dragon's here!
Prepare yourself.
Take cover! Let's go!
Matadragones to the left! Keep reading of that tail! Oh, he's on the other one. Should have seen that coming.
Quite the dragon slayer you are. I've half a mind to write a poem about you.
Do not.
The animals. I can hear them. They said I was the last of the dragons. You did it.
We did it.
You sure did, huh?
Far be it from me to improve upon perfection, but I think I can sharpen our spear. Hot damn! Would these make for a painful way to go? Here's your hand warmers back. Hope I did the lady proud. You make up your mind. Keep an eye out.
Our souls transformed. Our minds remained. Until those two perverted became. Our lives cut short. Souls sinking deeper until gathered up.
An acolyte of Odin's, very secretive, trusted with his dirtiest deeds. Never met her myself.
We tried to escape. reached. But nothing escapes the Keeper's reach.
Mumia, how do we find this Raven Keeper?
I'd love to, brother, but I've no idea where we'd look. What if the Keeper's even still alive?
We will find her.
What you need now? So you didn't want anything?
I knew we'd left something behind.
So I got the sense Vanaheim wasn't supposed to be so humid. Was that the effect of Fimbulwinter there?
To a great extent, it seems.
So Midgard had endless night and cold. Svartalfheim had earthquakes. Alfheim had the light randomly pulsing. But Asgard didn't seem to be having any effects at all.
Odin had a long time to prepare.
No change I noticed in Helheim or Muspelheim either, now that I think of it. The more primordial realms might be less susceptible.
How do you suppose Jotunheim is faring?
How would I know?
Just training your powers of speculation.
I don't know. If nobody's there to see, does it even matter?
hilt is drawn to the mesh stone.
It's gonna blow!
Circle the bold.
King Rock will rise.
Elka!
Don't hold back. Say
Target down!
You're done.
Whoa! That looks like it hurt!
He's very good. Lost her feet.
Mind you!
This king you spoke of.
He's not really a king. Just called himself one because he killed the previous king.
Someone you knew.
Aldis. A kind man. A trusting man.
He trusted this usurper. This Rolf.
No. Aldis trusted me. And, fool that I am, I trusted Rolf.
So now you seek... revenge. A dangerous path.
You're one to talk.
I am an authority on the subject. You would do well to listen.
Come here. Why doesn't Thor look like he did in that statue we saw in the lake? Back when it was still a lake.
It did at first. Then Thor saw it. The second sculptor was a great deal more complimentary.
Guess that explains why Odin's statue doesn't quite look like him either.
Finish the story.
Gladly. It was said that Yari and Somar first shared a kiss in the fields of Jotunheim.
Wait, what? How did they get there?
Don't know. Point is, they went on countless expeditions, each location more beautiful than the last. But they found as they did, the destination became less important than simply traveling together.
What about the unnameable thing?
It was home. Yari and Somar had found it in each other.
Ding ding, you know the drill.
Stags
Your
are
stags are
returned.
returned.
One step closer to perfection.
Incredible! The Nine Realms are no longer in horticultural danger. I cannot thank you enough. But perhaps this will suffice. Arrogant believes he has evaded punishment just because you fixed his blunder. He is sorely mistaken, of course. He will be in a remarkable amount of trouble. Once I figure out... to punish someone whose narcissism renders him invulnerable to all forms of emotional warfare. Anyhow, was there something else you wish to talk about? They look quite healthy.
Ratatoskr, I'm curious. You said the tree had plans for you. What exactly has it got you doing?
What do I not do, my decapitated delight? I overlook and maintain the stability of the realms, ensure that everything is running smoothly, and, of course, I tend to the world tree. I listen to it, make sure its needs are met.
Do you talk to the tree?
The tree does not speak in any tongue, but its intentions are clearly felt. Yes, I do realize how, for lack of a better word, kooky that sounds, but it is true.
Is it saying anything right now?
It's saying stop asking stupid questions.
Bitterness, manners. But yes, it is saying something along those lines. All of the little ones are now safely settled in their new home. You have my gratitude.
Might have done it sooner.
You sought the dragon's offspring. Why?
To alleviate my heart-rending loneliness, of course.
Oh, that was awfully forthcoming of you.
I normally wouldn't be so candid, but it appears that Anxious Squirrel has learned a thing or two from you about, what was it? Not caring about how others perceive you? So I will permit you this one glimpse of my weakness.
To require others is not a weakness.
My goodness. I had not expected such emotional intelligence from one of your... girth.
I do not care.
Oh, well, this was a delightful conversation. Well, any questions before you travel on?